About 2 or 3 years ago, it was discovered that 70% of the population in Western countries were complaining of being stressed out. This made them unhappy, it made them sick, and it made them visit the doctor a lot with many and various complaints. Well, now we've got bigger problems than that. And it'll be interesting to see, with the present economic problems, how much stress people will now be complaining of. Nowadays, we not only have the same things that people had before: overload at work, trouble balancing work and family, family problems, debts, traffic, weather, you name it. There are many things that can stress us out. But now we've got more than that. Our investments are crashing, pension funds are going bankrupt, people cannot retire anymore, they're upset because their investments have shrunk. We've got rising unemployment. We've got the worry about debt, government debt, personal debt, business debt, rising all the time. And we still have the same things that we worried about for the future. We now know that oil is going to run out. We know that the climate is changing. And now we also have to contend with the fact that inequality amongst our population is rising, which is going to create more and more tension in society. And there's a potential that as the oil runs out and the society begins to break down, that we'll be facing anarchy, violence, and all of that ruination stuff that is so beloved of the movie makers. So what are some of the reasons why we've ended up in this mess? I think the bottom line is probably greed. Greed of the financial sector, but also incompetence of government and regulators and the people who are supposed to vet the debts to see if they're any good and worth investors buying them. All of these people have let us down. Perhaps none of them really know what they're doing. But we also have the problem of the greed of ourselves. Since the Second World War, Western society has suffered from what has been called affluenza. This means that our houses have grown bigger, our cars have grown fancier and faster, a network of highways has expanded. There are now more shopping malls in North America than there are high schools. Everything more, and more. And it couldn't go on, and it hasn't, and it won't. The only question is, what can be done about it? Well, what can be done about it? The government will have a role to play, of course, but do they really know what they're doing? Did they ever know what they were really doing? Financial houses and businesses will have a role to play, but the same thing applies to them. And in the end, I think it'll boil down to our own individual selves. To cope with the stress of this current meltdown, we'll need to revisit our ability to manage stress in a big way. Ultimately, the only person we can control is ourselves. But also, I believe that we will need to reorganize society to become more local. Our food should be more local. Our travel should be less. Our power source should be local. And these will mean big changes. But these will be positive changes that can actually end up making us happier in a way that having more and more stuff has not made us happier. In fact, depression since the Second World War has gone up 10 times, despite the fact that we have so much more money, we have so many more things, and it has not worked. So perhaps there's a silver lining that the reorganization as individuals and as a society will in fact end up making us happier. My goal has been to make information as easily available and easily accessible as possible. So to make it really simple, I've put it into 12 keys to managing stress better. And to help remember them and keep them at the front of our mind, try remembering this simple phrase, if you can.
So here's a simple 12-word phrase which can help to keep the 12 keys to managing stress instantly available in front of our minds, ready to use. Ready. We're ready for trouble. Challenges toughen me. Be strong. Take charge. If you memorize this phrase, you can keep the 12 keys to managing stress available to you at all times. Learn more about each one and start using them now. Give yourself a chance to start to thrive on the stresses of life. Ready. R is responsibility, which we must have for our feelings. We need to be ready for problems, assess the situations, and decide on our mood. We're W, worry. Do it right. Write worries down, analyze them, and act to solve problems we can, but learn to accept some things. Ready. R, relaxation. Learn how to do it and practice it. 4, F for fitness. Exercise as hard as possible every day. Eat a balanced diet, get some sleep, have regular checkups, and regular sex. Trouble. T, think. Accurately describe your situation. Rank your problems against the worst. Pick strengthening attitudes of optimism, humor, learning, and gratitude. Challenges. C for communication. Learn to listen, to assert yourself, get what you need, and deal with difficult people. Toughen. T, time management. Know your values, then set your purpose. Plan achievable, meaningful goals, and stop procrastinating. Me, M for money stress, a big one. Know your money style and emotional connections. Keep track, plan, and learn to live with less. B for backpack, inner stress. Know your stressful feelings of anger, guilt, fear, and how to deal with them healthily. Strong S for support. Get it from your spouse, family and friends, community, and maybe counseling. Faith and a religion can help many. Take. T for timeouts. First, dump the TV. Get hobbies, especially music. Join a choir. Do crafts. Volunteer. Charge. C for change. Life changes and we must change. It's not easy. We need to know about motivation, the stages of change, and overcoming relapses. Here are the 12 keys once more. Ready. We're ready for trouble. Challenges toughen me. Be strong. Take charge.